This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Cops charge Rev for conspiring to import 21 guns and ammunition. The police have charged 51-year-old St. Elizabeth businessman Godfrey Martin, otherwise called Rev, with conspiring to illegally import 21 guns and over 2,200 rounds of ammunition into the island. The two charges were laid on Wednesday and stem from a March 4 bust at a warehouse in Kingston, where authorities discovered 18 handguns along with 3 rifles and 2,216 assorted rounds of ammunition. Martin is to appear in the gun court on September 16. Following intense investigation, detectives assigned to the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch arrested Godfrey on August 7 in Oteria, St. Anne at an entertainment event. According to the police, they see the arrest of Rev as having put a major dent into the illegal firearms trade. In March, 2 foreign nationals, 36-year-old Jermaine Baker of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and the 42-year-old Dervon Brown of Bronx, New York, were arrested and charged in connection with the find. They were both charged with illegal importation of firearms and ammunition. Wildman accuses DPP of throwing prosecutor guilty of misconduct under the bus. The lawyer representing a government prosecutor recently found guilty of professional misconduct has accused the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, of throwing Sophia Thomas under the bus by seeking advice on whether she can return to work. Hugh Wildman says Llewellyn should be scrutinized for ending the fraud case that gave rise to Thomas's troubles linked to an attempt to tender fresh evidence. Thomas recently resigned her secondment to the Turks and the Caicos Islands following the adverse finding from the Disciplinary Committee of the General Legal Council, the Jamaican regulatory body for the legal profession. On Tuesday, Llewellyn said her office received a correspondence from Thomas on Monday indicating her desire to return to her post as Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions. The DPP said given the issues, she referred the matter to the Public Service Commission. Let me be clear on this, neither the DPP nor the Public Service Commission can prevent Ms. Thomas from returning to her job with the public service. Ms. Thomas is a public officer and is protected by Section 125 of the Constitution of Jamaica and the Public Service Regulations, said Wildman in a statement issued Wednesday. Wildman warned that any attempt to prevent Thomas from returning to her job as Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions will be challenged in the Constitutional Court. Llewellyn is out of place to have done what she did by publishing Ms. Sophia Thomas's correspondence indicating her desire to return, the lawyer argued, adding that Thomas did absolutely nothing wrong. No findings by the General Legal Council, an inferior tribunal in this matter, can affect Ms. Thomas's right to resume her job, he said. The disciplinary committee found last month that Thomas violated the canons of professional ethics while prosecuting a fraud case in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court in November 2017. A complaint was made in 2009 by Lowell Spence, a National Commercial Bank branch manager who was freed of fraud charges in November 2017. Spence complained to the GLC that Thomas knowingly used false evidence or participated in the creation or use of evidence she knew to be false. The complaint stemmed from the prosecutor's attempt to refresh a witness's memory from a statement, but defense lawyer Bertha Samuels pointed out differences in the statement. The DPP attended court and offered no further evidence in the case. Wildman has argued that the case should not have been halted, and doing so was a travesty of justice. Instead of going to halfway tree and supporting her prosecutor, Ms. Llewellyn chose to throw her prosecutor under the proverbial bus, he added. Wildman is insisting his client did not commit an offense, declaring that Thomas will be vindicated when the matter goes before the Court of Appeal. Thomas is the first prosecutor in Jamaica's legal history to be found guilty of professional misconduct. A date is to be set to give Thomas an opportunity to be heard before a sanction is imposed by the disciplinary committee. U.S. fugitive arrested in Kingston. A U.S. fugitive was arrested on Tuesday in Kingston. Randy Reynolds, a 24-year-old from Maryland, was wanted in connection with a murder in Washington, D.C. in January. The authorities say Mr. Reynolds shot and killed 27-year-old Tariq Booth of Virginia after the two men were in an argument. Members of the United States Marshals Service Florida and the Caribbean Regional Fugitive Task Force were involved in taking Mr. Reynolds into custody. U.S. media reports say he will be returned to Washington, D.C., where he will be charged with a first-degree murder while armed. Police seized grenade and a shotgun in St. Catherine. The news understands that a hand grenade was seized by the police during a major operation in St. Catherine on Tuesday evening. The explosive device was seized about 7:30 by the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch in Swamp Lane Church Road, Bog Walk. The operation was in search of illegal firearms and ammunition. A shotgun was seized in the ceiling of a house and the hand grenade found on top of a makeshift closet. No one was arrested in connection with the seizures. Illegal firearm and cartridges seized in a Oneonta Bay operation. The Oneonta Bay police in St. Mary on Wednesday seized an illegal firearm and several cartridges during an operation. No one was arrested. The police say the gun with a serial number erased was found in a pig pen on Goptar Lane. 4 5.56 cartridges and 3 12-gauge cartridges were also seized. The items were seized as part of an initiative which started in Oneonta Bay on Monday to bring law and order to the crime hotspot. The police say so far there have been 12 arrests, 155 tickets issued, 15 motor vehicles seized, and 10 warrants executed. NSWMA acquiring 50 more trucks to ease garbage crisis. The National Solid Waste Management Authority says the long-standing issue of garbage pileup across Jamaica should be eased by November with the purchase of additional trucks. Several communities have been complaining for months about garbage pileup due to non-collection. There have been calls for the government to address the issue, which could affect public health. NSWMA Chairman Dennis Chung said 50 trucks are to arrive in the country in November. He said additional steps are being taken in the interim to minimize the garbage pile-up. The government has asked us to look at it and to see what are some of the things we can do. It's obviously going to require some funding, so we're going to have to put something together. But we're trying our best to build the resources that we have, and the government is giving us the support that we need, he said, without revealing specifics. Despite the limited number of garbage trucks being a contributor to the garbage pileup, Mr. Chung argued that another major factor is how people dispose of their waste.
In the meantime, we're looking at ways in which we can deal with the collection issue. The truth is that apart from trucks coming in, the biggest problem we have with the garbage being out there is just how people dispose of garbage. But we should see some easing come November, and even before that. I'm working on something right now with the organization to see if we can have some easing, and the government has asked us to look at it and see what are some of the things we can do. Because there are some things that can happen. It's obviously going to require some funding, so we're going to have to put something together. But we're trying our best within the resources that we have, and the government is giving us the support that we need.
Body of Jamaican man who jumped from bridge in the U.S. found. A body matching the description of 21-year-old Jamaican Tavon Bolgin, who has been missing since jumping from the Jaws Bridge on Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts, was found Thursday morning. The body was found about 11:30 by a fisherman. Tavon, his brother, 26-year-old Tavares Bolgin, and the two other men went for a late-night swim on Sunday. While the other men made it out of the water, the brothers struggled in the current and were unable to make it to shore. Tavares' body was found on Monday. The brothers, who are from Clarendon, were seasonal workers at a restaurant on Martha's Vineyard. St. Andrews Central Police named person of interest in murder case. The St. Andrews Central Police have named Leighton Delahaye as a person of interest in a murder case. Law enforcers believe Delahaye, who hails from James Hill District in Clarendon, can assist their investigation. He is being urged to turn himself into the Halfway Tree Police by 5 p.m. on Friday, August 19. Anyone with information that can assist the police to locate Delahaye is asked to contact the Halfway Tree Police at 876-926-2551, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Men held trying to smuggle contraband into Portmore Police Station. 2 men were last night apprehended while allegedly attempting to smuggle contraband into the Greater Portmore Police Station in St. Catherine. Charges are likely to be laid. The incident happened sometime before midnight. It is reported that the men were spotted on surveillance camera and accosted. During a search, the police say they seized at least 30 cell phones, phone chargers, ganja, cigarettes, and other contraband from the men. They remain in custody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.